Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Randeezus. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be talking about Nuketown in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the only map to be featured in 5 Call of Duty games, and the only map that people seem to be okay with being featured in every single Black Ops game. Just FYI, this video might get a little ranty. Guys, if you are new or returning and you like the video, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Nuketown. Now, I want to explain a little bit of backstory on myself before I give my opinion on this map. I am a huge Call of Duty fan, obviously. So much so that I started my own YouTube channel revolving around the game. I started playing with CoD 4 and I've played almost every single game since. The only game I haven't really played is Advanced Warfare, and I'm never going to play that. And in the past, I've been a bigger fan of Infinity Ward games. Reason being is just that Modern Warfare 2 was the first game that I ever really lost myself in. Like, truly lost myself. I played that game religiously. So whenever an Infinity Ward game comes out, I am definitely biased towards it, even if it sucks. I hate it, but you know, you are who you are. Which honestly is why I think I have a good point of view on Treyarch games. I find that most people that play CoD have the same bias, but for Big Daddy Vonderhaar, and for a good reason. Traditionally, Treyarch games have been more arcadey and competitive. Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War are a perfect example of this. Modern Warfare being very campy, unless you're playing like Shoot the Ship, and Cold War having that fast-paced action we CoD players live off of. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I have always hated the idea of Treyarch recycling Nuketown, and even though I played all the Black Ops games, I was never as into them as I was the Infinity Ward games. So I really didn't experience Nuketown truly until Black Ops 4, and then that game, I gotta say I hated Nuketown. So when it came back to this year, I told myself that I was only gonna play it to level up guns and get camos, and then the unthinkable happened. I enjoyed it. Shocker, right? So I did some thinking. What is different about this Nuketown that Black Ops 4 Nuketown did not have? An SMG-dominated game. Black Ops 4 was a game dominated by assault rifles. Sure, some people used SMGs like the Damon, but there's no denying how strong the ARs were in that game. The ICR, the KN94, and the Maddox, especially when the game first came out. And when you have an AR-dominated game, it makes smaller maps like Nuketown much more difficult because people are just going to hold lanes from a distance. And once you run into that lane, you get completely gunned down. Whereas in a game where SMGs are stronger, players are encouraged to run around more, and the game returns to the twitch shooter that it was designed to be. Yes, Black Ops Cold War has very strong assault rifles. There's a possibility of this rendition of Nuketown falling back into the Black Ops 4 version once the MP5 has been nerfed into the ground and the entire community switches over to the AK-47 or the M16, even for the small maps. I really just hope that that doesn't happen. I also want to say that if the SMGs do get destroyed, and as much as I know people hate shotguns, using the Gallo in Nuketown, very viable, and definitely the most fun I've had playing CoD multiplayer in years, like literally. I know people will definitely get cranky, but goddamn, the Gallo is ridiculous. It makes it super fun to torture the other team. I know some of my gameplay might be a little cringe, but just the idea of the other team screaming at their TV because whenever they try to kill me, I spray them with the most OP shotgun in the game makes me quite literally the happiest person in the world. I feel like I understand Nuketown now on a level that I didn't before. It's designed to be run and gun. Yes, there are lanes for you to complete long shot challenges, but creating a different small map that plays as well as Nuketown every single game, I honestly don't think is doable. I mean, sure, technically doable, and I would definitely prefer a fresh map every year, but I don't think us, the Call of Duty community, really understand how many maps Call of Duty has given us over the years. When you look at other games, like Valorant for example, they have way less maps, and you as the player are forced to play those maps for way longer. This creates demand for actually good maps, but when you as a creative are forced to create 10 plus maps every single, I guess 2 years, 2 to 3 years now, the vast majority of those maps are going to be bad. I'm not saying that I welcome the insane amount of remakes that Treyarch puts into their games, at least Black Ops 4, that game was a giant recycling bin, but what I mean to say is that Nuketown is actually a good map. And I say actually because I really didn't think that until recently. You watching this video right now maybe be like, yeah, I feel like I went on a bit of a rant there. Long story short, Nuketown is designed for SMG play, and Black Ops Cold War is an SMG dominated game at the moment, so they fit quite nicely together. Yes, I'm using a sniper and a shotgun. Sue me. I'm not that good on mouse and keyboard. I need all the help I can get. I'm also not saying that they should just remaster all good maps every single year, but I do understand why they do this. I'm also surprised they didn't remaster a bunch of classic maps this year. I know they just pulled that card, but if it was any year to cut corners, it was definitely this one. Side note, Call of Duty should be a multi-year game. Thank God for Warzone. We might actually get that in the future. Guys, if you like the video, like the video. If you loved the video, subscribe down below, and let me know in the comment section if you are enjoying Nuketown as much as I am. And follow me on Twitch, link in the description. And also, thank you for sticking this one through. I know it was very ranty. Peace out.